A 4-2 win against Spurs at Anfield yesterday, of course. Really good win. Well, a good 60 minutes, I suppose. 4-0 up. A wonder strike from Elliott as well, thrown in there. Hackbo looks good, doesn't he? Again, he's finishing the season strongly. I think he will flourish. Him and Ryan Gravenberch, the double Dutch duo, will flourish under Arne Slot next season. I would say the Dutchman, but let's see what happens. But huge 4-2 win. And of course, we're going to talk about the Darwin Nunez hate, threats online, Instagram, and all that crazy stuff. Surely not real Liverpool fans doing that. Can't be real Liverpool fans doing that. Hate. He had to delete his LFC content on Instagram. We will get around all that. Little bit of a chat. As I say, hit the like, hit the share. Let's go. 4-2 yesterday. Really good game of football. To let Spurs back into it, you could say, yeah, they got two late goals, but realistically, the damage was done in the first half, wasn't it? We should have been 4 or 5 up at half time. Robbo, Salah just keeps going, doesn't he? Salah just keeps going. 3 consecutive seasons, 10 plus goals, 10 plus assists in each of the 3 last consecutive seasons. He just keeps breaking records. The king of Egypt, Mohala. I, for one, hope. A lot of talk about him going in the summer. I hope he signs it. He has a year left on his deal. I hope he gets another 2 years on top of that. I really do. I still think he's something to give us. He'll score goals. He will assist. Under the new manager, the new regime, let's see what happens. Klopp has 2 league games left. The penultimate game yesterday. Away to Villa next week, and then at Anfield. The emotional send-off against Wolves at Anfield in 2 weeks. That should be something else, shouldn't it, guys? That is going to be a tear jerker. Just let's win the last 3. We've guaranteed 3rd place. We've guaranteed Champions League for next season. I did say, you can look at it yourselves, guys, back in August. I did say a top 4 finish was an absolute must for Liverpool. A top 4 finish, and if you can throw in a cup and a good cup run, that would be suffice. And we have done that. But I know up to a month ago, when you get closer, when you get, we quadruples, only 3-4 weeks ago we were talking about quadruples and all this type of thing. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Jurgen is leaving. The legend continues. He goes. Arne Slot looks like he's coming in a few weeks' time. Really excited about him. We'll do a lot of videos and chat about that. But Klopp's still there, so we got to respect Klopp while he's still the boss of the club. But 4-2 yesterday, as I say, Salah opened the score and Robertson made it 2 just before half-time. Hackbo was brilliant in that game as well, with a lovely header, and then a wonder strike, an absolute wonder strike by Harvey Elliott. What a goal. Postage stamp finish, signed, sealed and delivered from young Harvey. And then, look, as I say, the first half hour was the reason we were in the title race. That first half hour, and the last half hour was the reason we're not in the title race, isn't it? Really, letting into, we just can't keep clean sheets. We just didn't do enough in the last 15-20. Took our foot off the pedal, to be fair, Gomez in particular. But it is what it is. We won the game 4-2. I'll take it all day long. Let's just try win our last 2 for Jurgen and finish with 84 points. Break the 80-point barrier and just finish as strongly as we can and send them off with a brilliant farewell. I'm sure the fans will do that. Dugout Football Channel is in. What a goal from Harvey. Yeah, what a finish. What an absolute wonder goal from young Harvey Elliott. Exciting teenager, E.T. Andrew Quinn, hello Dave, hope you're well. The Darwin stuff is horrible and disgusting. Slot will unlock his potential. He's done it with Jimenez, who scored 40 plus for Feyenoord. Yes, I did see that. Jimenez, he signed for a pittance. I think it was 3 or 4 million. He's worth about 50-60 million now. He could end up at Liverpool. You never know. Jimenez, the striker, the Feyenoord striker. I think Feyenoord won 5-0 yesterday. But we shall see what happens there. I'm not going to mention a huge amount of Arne Slot because of the fact Klopp's still there. We want to respect our manager. We want to respect a legend of the club. He still has 2 games left. He's still the manager. He's still the boss. There will be plenty of time to talk about Arne Slot. Loads of times to talk about him when and if he comes in. Well, it looks like he's coming in, but it hasn't been officially announced. I'd say they're just waiting on the final game and Klopp to go rather than mention it while Klopp's there out of respect. So let's talk about that. As I say, 4-2 win yesterday. Really good reply from Liverpool. Spurs are all over the shop. I don't know where they're going. I just don't know what team's going to turn up. You just don't know what they're going to do, But we can only beat what's in front of us. A sunny day in Anfield yesterday and a 4-2 win. But we're going to get on to, of course, the Darwin Nunez stuff as well. His Instagram, I heard it yesterday that he deleted his Instagram LFC pictures and page due to online threats, due to online comments, due to online abuse. I get the odd one, not much, but it means a big high profile. The bigger the high profile you are, the more people come at you, basically, isn't it? And he hasn't even had a bad season. I mean, he's had a better season than he had last season. Yes, he misses the odd chance, but I still think he's young. He's learning language barriers, stuff like that. I think he, I think he, under Arne Slot, maybe he'll thrive. You know what I mean? As Andrew Quinn said, he did exactly. He makes players better. Like Klopp in that way. He makes players better. He's a good communicator, you know. So let's see what happens. Get behind the team. Get behind Darwin Nunez, because nobody deserves that. It can't be real Liverpool fans sending them that type of tripe. It just can't be. Absolute bullshit. It happens online, happens everywhere. Sure, anybody who does social media content, the odd time with me, but I don't have a huge profile. So the bigger the profile, the more content and abuse and crap you get from keyboard warriors or whatever you want to call them, sitting at home alone in their little bed sits with their mammy downstairs making them a cup of tea, stuff like that. But you know, it can hurt. It can be hateful. It can be, depends what's said and stuff like that. I don't know what was said and stuff, but he did take it down and it's gone. But I mean, you know, absolutely crazy, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Ravi Bakari is in. How are you, Ravi? How are you, my friend? Hit the like button. Hit the share. Let's hit that like button. Get a few people in. Chat about Liverpool beating Spurs 4-2 yesterday. And of course, all the online hate. Instagram in particular for Darwin Nunez. I'm sure a lot of players get it. Sure, a lot of professional players get it. But it seems to have hit him pretty bad in the last few weeks. What do you think of Aston Villa's epic edits? Yeah, one of my mates a big Villa fan. Decent side Villa. Slipping. They should get top four. I mean, they're up against Spurs, aren't they? I think Villa, we play them next, but I think they should get top four. They really, I mean, Spurs have some really unbelievable guys. They play City as well, Spurs. So I can see the top four. The question is who wins. City. I think City probably will just have enough for Arsenal. Fortunately for Arsenal, so Arsenal, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Villa. That's their top four. That is your top four right there. Spurs will probably get a Europa League. Will United even get a Conference League? Who knows? But they play. United play tonight. I think they play tonight, don't they? But we just concentrate in our last two games and try and win them for Jurgen. Send them on a beautiful farewell. That's all we can do. But the Darwin hate, I mean, look, it's being addressed. People are talking about it. But having to delete your LFC pictures and content over stuff like that, I mean, is, pretty bad. I don't know what's being said or what, it's an unusual step to take. So it must have been really, it must have been really bad for him to do something like that. But it's crazy. It's crazy. Are Instagram doing enough, or YouTube, or Twitter, X, whatever you want to call them? Are they doing enough? Probably not. It's hard to police, to be fair. There's so many lunatics out there. You could have one lunatic, sending about turning into about 20, 30 people. You wouldn't know, you know what I mean? So it is crazy. But Darwin, almost no one deserves it, to be fair. Is Diaz doing enough for Liverpool, says Ravi? I think he is. I think Diaz has been one of our better players this season, to be fair. I really do. I think he's been one of our better players. He's tried a lot. I mean, remember his family issue at the start of the season with his dad being kidnapped. His mum and dad, but his dad was held and kidnapped and stuff. I mean, that's traumatic in itself. To come back from that, he had an injury, the niggle. I think Diaz has been decent for Liverpool. Spiritual Man says, who's player of the season? For me, I think it's McAllister. I think it's Alexis McAllister for Liverpool. I think he's been unbelievable. Honourable mentions, you could say, for the likes of Endo. I think Endo coming in at 16 million. A lot of people giving out about him. Came in, bang. He's been unreal. Young Conor Bradley and Jarell Quansah, honourable mentions. Those young lads have been brilliant. But for me, I think McAllister gets it. How does Jota and Gravenberch get back into the team? Well, I mean, Jota's got to be fit to get back into the team because he's out injured. But I mean, Jota will most definitely get back into the team. Jota will most definitely get back into the team once he's fit. But will he be fit the last two games? I'd love to see Jota even in the last game at Wolves. I mean, he did play for Wolves, didn't he? At Anfield. Jurgen's last game, absolutely. But we shall see. Get your questions in. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's have a little chat. As I say, main things to come on about two topics today. It was the 4-2 win at Anfield against Spurs yesterday. It's also about the Darwin Nunez hate on Instagram and him deleting his profile page on his Liverpool content. I think he just put up family stuff and Uruguay stuff, his international team stuff. I seen it this morning. A lot of stuff on Twitter X talking about it and, opening up the conversation. But we've been here before. We've talked about it for the last few years. Nothing really has been done about it. And that's the problem. Will there ever be anything done about it? I suppose that's the big question, isn't it? I'm doubtful. I am absolutely doubtful. But you know, where's the "You'll never walk alone," the Liverpool motto, the famous worldwide "You'll never walk alone" motto, you know, been or come from? Where has that been? Where is that applied to your own players? Now I'm sure. Look, anybody can slag anybody and do comments online. Don't have to be Liverpool fans. It can be any fan or any idiot. To be fair, you know. But I'm sure he's getting it from his own fan base too, and that is really, really sad. Where's the "You never walk alone"? Where's "let's get behind the player"? You know, this means more, all this type of stuff. Where's all that gone? Thrown out the window. And they're just lunatics, they're idiots, you know, they're absolute idiots. And we don't want to give them too much time, you know. Wish we had Bruno Fernandes. He's the perfect Liverpool player. What a shame his talent is wasted in a shite team. It's a spiritual mess. Well, you're absolutely right there. Liverpool did look at Bruno Fernandes, I remember at the time when he was playing in Portugal, but United get in ahead of him, but no one really likes him. He's a little, I won't say much more than that. I don't really like him. I don't like his attitude. I think that's the thing. He's a good player, no doubt about it. Really good player, class player. But his attitude is mixed, let's say that. DHTV, I like Jota, but same as Kanate. I don't think we can rely on them as first team 11 as they're always injured. Yeah, DHTV, absolutely. Injuries, if Jota, you could nearly say if Jota was fit for the last 10, 15 games and was playing for Liverpool, he would have been starting, he would have been scoring goals, and we probably would have been in a title race right now. I know mathematically we're still in the title race, but realistically we're not. And we would have been in a title race now. Definitely. Probably still in the FA Cup as well. You know, stuff like that. Probably even still in the Europa League. But that's all hearsay. You say, I say, history. We can't do anything about it. We've 2 league games to go. Villa away, Wolves at home. Jurgen Klopp is leaving. The farewell is being written. We have a new manager, new regime coming in next season. The online hate on social media, Instagram in particular, still goes on, and poor Darwin Nunez is getting the brunt of it now. There's different players every year. There's players getting it. Most players don't even read comments, to be fair. I'd say they probably have a PA that looks at them and, you know, doesn't even read them, to be fair. But some do. Some do read them, you know. Yeah, I look, we'll talk about new managers. We'll talk about players coming in, players leaving when the season's over. You know, we'll have the whole month of June. You know, we'll have all the month of June, late May, all June, July, pre-season. I think the Reds are in the US this season. Obviously, Arne Slot will be the manager. Hopefully, it's 99%, I suppose. Just the only thing that has to be said there, of course, is the actual official. Yeah, I've stayed because, but I'd say they're just being, you know, out of respect for Jurgen Norbert Klopp. They're not going to be saying that much more, obviously. But it was the draw and all those silly losses that hit us. It was the United draw in the FA Cup, to be fair, or the loss in the FA Cup in injury time, the 3-2. I think that sort of killed us, really. We should have won that game in 90. We didn't, and we went downhill from there. We would have had Coventry in the semi and probably looking forward to now a cup final against City. But, you know, it is what it is. The Atalanta home game, 3-0 loss, killed us, you know, really killed us. I mean, even if it would have been 2-1, we beat them 1-0 there. We would have had just too much to do. We looked tired. We looked lethargic. We looked down on our feet, basically, for those games. And even the Palace home game just didn't do enough. But if we can finish, beat Spurs yesterday, beat Villa, won't be easy away to Villa, of course, and then Wolves at home. If we can win those last 3, go out the season on a high, finish third, cup in the bag, look forward to next season with a bit of, excitement, of course, with a new regime coming in, and bid farewell to Jurgen Klopp. I mean, it's unbelievable stuff. It will be teary, it will be emotional, of course. We'll do a lot of videos and chats when and it happens and stuff like that. But Sean Collins is in. How are you, Sean? Off you well. Hit the like, hit the share. Pan off Scouse. Afternoon, Dave. A beautiful day. A beautiful win. It's a shame we couldn't play Freedom a few weeks ago, back when you could see us play with no pressure yesterday. Well, see, that's the difference, isn't it? There wasn't really any pressure on Liverpool. We had the Champions League in the bag. All bar the shouting. Spurs under still a bit of pressure. It looks like Villa are going to get that 4th spot, doesn't it? I mean, Spurs have collapsed in the last few games, haven't they? They've absolutely collapsed. And Ange Postolagio, I did a video for Chris Cowell on the big Spurs channel the other day, just to review the game and stuff like that, for Chris Cowell's channel, Spurs channel, and he's under a bit of pressure too, isn't he? I think he's a good manager. I think he's the right man for the job, but Spurs are hire and fired, a bit like Chelsea, aren't they? A bit of a hire and fire club, and sometimes you've just got to stick with the manager, get behind him, give him a few quid. I like him. I think he's he's got he says seems to say all the right things in press conferences. He's a man who speaks his mind and stuff. A bit like Arne Slot, to be fair, and Jurgen Klopp. But who knows what's going to happen? And to be fair, I can only really worry about what happens to Liverpool, can't I? There's too much to worry about. I have to worry about my own team. Yeah. How's it, man? You're looking sharp today. I'm not that sharp. I'm only awake, baby. I've only got up. I only got the old army haircut here. Look, a bit of a tan. I was in Lanzarote last week, so that was absolutely lovely. And other than that, looking forward to finishing the season off with 2 more wins. Send Klopp off. We do a load of videos. There's going to be a lot of content, transfers, Ange. There's going to be a load of Arne Slot coming in and videos, and hopefully try to get a Feyenoord or 2 fan on to get a little backstory on Arne Slot and stuff like that. I don't know whether you heard my song on the shorts. The Rotterdam, the Liverpool, the Rome. If Arne Slot's the manager, Anfield is a home. You'll never walk alone. But yeah, look, just looking forward to it. Get him in. Send Klopp in his way as best we can as Liverpool fans and stuff like that, and just go. But I mean, the hating line's got to stop. The hate for Darwin Nunez has got to stop. He ain't going anywhere. He's a long-term contract at Liverpool. He has a lot to give. He's only young. He's still raw. And I believe Arne Slot coming in could turn him into, wow, you never know. Darwin shouldn't be getting abused, but criticism isn't just cause if you play for a club the size of Liverpool and miss the amount of chances he's missed. Look, anybody can give criticism. There's positive criticism. Anybody can give criticism. Yes, that is warranted a lot of the time with Darwin. But abuse, comments about his family, about him, about this, about that, nah. It's a game of football, lads. You know what I mean? It's a game of football at the end of the day. You can't do that. You can give, yeah, of course you can be critical of anybody. You can critical of Klopp. You can critical of any player, critical of anybody. But it has to be done the right way, doesn't it? It has to be done the right way. I don't think you can improve finishing at 24 days DHTV. I think you can. Yeah. He's got all the raw talents. He's got the pace. He's got the power. He's really good in his air, in the air. I was going to say the hair. Really good in the air. And some of the finishes. I mean, those 2 goals he got against Newcastle, the big late comeback win. And remember at St. James's earlier in the season. Or the lob against Brentford. I mean, there's something there. You know what I mean? He just has to be a bit more calm. Maybe get a finishing coach. Something like that in. I don't know whether Arne Slot maybe will do something like that, because he does a lot of meditation and stuff, brings in a lot of gurus and stuff like that. He will mix it up and he'll try to change things. And look at Darwin's numbers, which are not bad for assists and goals. They're not that bad, guys. If only he could change. If only, I mean, he gets 2 chances maybe in a game, 1, 2 really good chances every game. I mean, if he put away at least one, even 1 goal every 2 games. It go right up, and that is possible. Believe me, that is possible. Pin this tweet, Fair criticism is okay, but personal attacks isn't it? Yeah, exactly. The personal attacks, they're not good. And with family, against his family and stuff, not good enough. Dave, who is going to be there at number 2 with Slot? I hope he slots right in. I don't know. It's going to be a clear out. It's going to be a big clear out. My old mate, Liverpool goalkeeping coach John Octerberg, announced that he will be leaving too. So my link to the club with John is leaving as well, which is sad. But the whole regime is basically gone, guys. Now, will it work? I hope so. Is it guaranteed to work? No. There's a lot of work to do. But I just think Arne Slot will slot in. That's all I'm going to say about him. I think he'll slot in nicely. I like him. I've watched a few videos about him. Fans, journalists talking about him. And I've liked what I've heard. We need to show it on the pitch. We need a few players. Yes, we do. We need a centre-half, I'm sure. Still need that number 6, specialist 6, and even a striker. Those 3 would be beautiful. Depends on who leaves, though, of course. But we shall see what happens there. Sell Nunez now, says Ice Cold. Don't think so. Question is, will Salah stay? That's the question. Will Mo Salah stay with a year left on his contract? Will Trent stay with a year left on his contract? Will Van Dijk stay with a year left on his contract? They're the players you need to tie down. We cannot afford to lose those players. Dave, as much as I'm not sure on Slot, I hope it works out for him and Liverpool. Absolutely. Ravi, we all hope it works out for him. We're all Liverpool fans. We only want success. We want Liverpool to progress, and it's not going to be easy stepping into Jurgen Klopp's shoes. It's just not going to be. No matter who you get in, it's got to be a risk, because Klopp was so good, and the whole regime, the whole backroom staff is going to. So just got to get behind the manager when he comes in. But get behind Klopp for the last 2. Get behind the team for the last 2, because he hasn't gone anywhere yet. But when Slot comes in, I'm sure the fans will take to him, as the real Liverpool fans do. We must sign Xavi Simons. Dave, do you know if Slot has more than one style? Well, he doesn't have much style for his hair because he's bald. But I was thinking of a thing today, and I might do a little quote, for Arne Slot. So watch this one. Remember, Mourinho was the special one, Klopp was the normal one, and Arne Slot is the bald one. Anyway, yeah, I hope he's a success. Absolutely, big time. But I don't know. He does like the 4-3-3. He does like the 4-3-3. He absolutely does, and that suits us because you don't have to do a huge amount of change. Player-wise, it's a similar attacking Gengen press type style. Heavy metal football. Loves the wings. Loves wingers, by the way. He absolutely loves wingers. So Luis Diaz, he will love you. He loves playing wingers. So maybe even buy another winger, you bring in a winger. Usually, managers, when they come from a slightly smaller club like Feyenoord to Liverpool, which is a huge club, they bring one or two players with them. Jimenez, Hanko, centre half, maybe. There's 2 or 3 really good, classy players at Feyenoord. Feyenoord will not want to lose the manager as well. So watch this space. Is Adidas coming back next season? I heard a rumour that it was. I actually like the home jersey. A lot of people are giving out about it. The neck isn't great on it. Wait, just cut short here. But I like the style, the 80s, mid 80s, the red with the yellow lines. I like it. It's actually, you'll never walk alone done out in the yellow, in the lines if you look at it a bit more. The neck could have been better. I don't know why they just didn't go for a V-neck or a collar. But anyway, it is what it is. I actually like it. It's grown on me, that jersey, but it looks like Adidas could be coming back. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Adidas is Liverpool. I do like the 3 stripes, by the way. Personally, I think Matip deserves another season. His classic release him when he's injured, and he's given us 8 years. That Matip's been unbelievable, hasn't he? Joel Matip, if not even for his memes, but we miss Matip at the back. That calmness, bring the ball out of play, bring the midfield into it. We've missed that. Obviously, a good chance he will go this summer. I think he might go back to Germany. Who knows? But yeah, I can't see Matip staying. To be fair, I just cannot see. I cannot. Do you remember me, Tommy TH13? Not really, Tommy. No, but great to have you on, mate. Hit the like button. Hit the share. Chip Breadhead. You have not intellectual intelligence. I think your comment is actually not that intelligent. I think you got to write it the right way first. But anyway, will we get a new left back to Ravi? I don't know. I think the centre half is a must. Nice cup of tea, by the way. Centre half is a must. A DM, a 6. I still think we need a CDM and maybe a striker. Someone to put the bloody ball in the net. Yeah, Jota, when he's back fit and all that, great, but he's injured too much. Salah, is he coming? Is he going? Hope he stays. Even Darwin Nunez, he might want out. Who knows? After all this abuse. So Diaz chips in with the goals. I think Diaz needs to score more. He does a lot on the pitch, but needs to score more goals. Sell Salah, Matip, Thiago, Tsimikas, and Nunez. Nunez, no. Salah, I hope he stays. Matip, I think, will go. Thiago will go. Tsimikas is a possibility. But let's see. Let's see what happens, guys. There's a long way to go. There's a big summer for the club. Big summer for the new regime under Arne Slot. Big for the fans. It's huge summer. Got to get this right. Got to take our time. Got to get the right players in and let the right players go. Simple as. The transition's got to be smooth. When you're bringing in a new regime, you got to make it as smooth and as easy a transition as is possible. Dave, Thiago, is he finished for us or can we still use him? Says Ravi. I think he's gone. I think he may go to Saudi or back to Spain in the summer. I just can't see him. I can't see a world where Thiago's playing for Liverpool next season. I just can't. Unless Slot wants him. Unless Slot goes, you ain't going nowhere, baby. You're staying for me and you suit my style and all this type of thing. Because when he's fit, he's some passer ball now. Come on. In world football, there isn't much better. The problem is, he's never fit. That's the problem with Thiago. But as I say, guys, not going to stay on much longer. Really just celebrating the 4-2 win against Spurs at Anfield yesterday. And of course, talking about the online abuse, the comments, the silliness, the craziness for Darwin Nunez on his Instagram account, which he deleted his Liverpool related pictures and stories and stuff like that and put up, I think it was national. Uruguayan national stuff. But crazy. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. A lot more content on Dave's LFC Chat YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Of course, Villa up next. Then the last game against Wolves at Anfield. Jurgen's last game. A lot more to talk about that. Then it's a bit of a rest. Arne Slot comes in, a new regime, exciting times, a bit, a bit of a risk and stuff like that. Players in, players out. Loads will happen this summer, but Liverpool have got to get it right. That's the reason he brought in Michael Edwards. That's the reason he brought in Richard Hughes, to try smooth it through. Dave, thoughts on the academy players we will use? Look, that's another thing about Arne Slot. He does like using academy players. He does like bringing players through the ranks. That's another reason probably why he does work off a shoestring. I'm sure FSG will love him. There's a lot of connotations between him and Klopp. He's 45. He's young. He's still learning. He's fresh, I suppose. But from Feyenoord to Liverpool is a big, big jump. And I am just hoping and dreaming that he can make that jump, make that leap, make that change, as Michael Jackson would say. Let's see. Stay safe. Talk soon. Hit the like. Hit the share. Liverpool beat Spurs by 4-2 yesterday. Too good for Spurs in the end. First hour was brilliant. 4-0 up. That's the reason we're in the title race and been so good this season under Jurgen. The last half hour, not so. That's the reason we're out in the title race, letting in 2 scruffy goals against Spurs. But we did enough on the day. We deserve to win it. Stay safe. Talk soon. Stop the hate against Darwin or any player or anybody on social media. Stop.